if you say no.
Alright, we are back. And I have something to say about this. Okay, so when I recorded Ruby back in 2010, right? I had my boy Jack on the mic with me. He's actually been in this playthrough too. It shows you how long I've known this guy for. He's a real good guy. He's the guy that I named my Delcatty after, Big the Cat. Real good guy. He was on my I almost said stream. He was on my Let's Play, and he made this joke, and like right when I came up here to fight, or well, to talk to this, keep on wondering, is his name Archer? I can't remember. No, his name's not, or is it? I forgot what this guy's name is. Why do I think Archer is his name? I totally fucking, because there was, no, Archie. Where the fuck do I get Archer from? Oh, that was in Generation 2. There was this guy you fought named Archer. I was like, wait a minute, this guy's name is not Archer, because I had made up my own character named Archer, but he wasn't like, he was named after the guy in Generation 2. I just forgot what he was actually named after. Anyways, he had made this joke, and like, in the original Ruby LP, I basically died laughing. And it's still on, like, it's on my YouTube channel. You can go see. I'm actually gonna splice that clip in, but I like straight up died laughing. Anyway, see, this is the dumbest thing about this game. Okay, he thinks he can resurrect or whatever, get Kyogre, but he takes the wrong colored orb. Why would you take the red? The whole plot of this game hinges on this guy being stupid. Why the fuck would you take the orb that is the opposite color of the Pokemon you're trying to get? I don't understand these people at all. Like, why does the entire plot of this part of the game hinge on somebody being stupid? Do you have any thoughts on that, Sir Genius?
Colorblind?
You know, that would explain the plot of Sonic Adventure 2, so maybe.
My other thought is like he had the assumption, well, just because they're the same color does not mean they're coordinated with each other. It could be, you know, a trick, you know, like, oh, the red one does not actually summon the red one. You never know that. So,
maybe it was kind of like in... Remember how in Kaiji, like, Tonagawa was too careful and that's why he lost? Maybe it was like that. Yeah, anyways, we're back in the main part of Mount Pyre here, which has, again, very similar to Pokemon Tower from Generation 1. A lot of, like, it reinforces the idea that, yes, Pokemon can die, which is an interesting, Ah, my bag's full again, are you kidding me? I forgot to go sell my... I don't need no Harbor Mail. Get rid of that. Let's see here. What are my levels right now? Because I could just use up my rare candies. He's almost halfway, so I'll save it for later. Anyway, yeah, if y'all have played Generation 1, you'll probably know about the Pokemon Tower. This is a very similar concept. It's just like the idea that, you know, Pokemon, as much punishment as they can take, are still mortal beings. And it's interesting to think about, because it's like, you know... She was talking about her Skitty. Well, you know, I happen to have a Delgaddy right here, so...
So is this plus Generation 1 the only time graveyard?
The only time a graveyard shows up? Well, it's been a long time since I played Generation 5, so I'm not sure if that is the only instance in the entire series, but... oh shit, he has Iron Tail, that ain't good. Because I'm a rock type. Rock is weak against us. Oh, okay, there we go. How do you like that? Yeah, I know, because I played Pokemon Platinum for the channel, and there is a church in that game. Although,
there was?
Yeah, there's in fact a church.
I played that game. I never noticed a church anywhere.
It was in Heart Home City. It was like... it had nothing to do with the rest of the game, so it was just this weird...
oh... that's probably how I missed it, though.
Yeah, it had no, like, importance with the rest of the game.
Because the other thing I did in that game was grind and somehow beat, like, the last, like, major 4 with, like, completely underleveled Pokemon, which is still an achievement I hold to this day.
Yeah, because I had to grind in my playthrough. Alright, rocking the Delcatty, I respect it. I gotta think about this. The thing with Sharpedo is he's a glass cannon. So I could... fuck it, I'm going for Surf. Ah, no crits for me. They're probably gonna go ahead and go for, they're just gonna go for Vocalist the whole time because, like...
he is the glass cannon. It's just better take out, like, the thing that can do
the most
damage.
damage. Yeah, no, you're totally right there. Okay, no, he's just gonna roar me out into Delcatty. Okay, he wants my Delcatty out here. Alright. I see how it is.
That's some of the smartest Pokemon AI I've ever seen.
I mean, but he could have used, like, Thunderbolt and killed me.
Eh.
Alright, whose Delcatty is the best? I mean, mine's higher level, so... let's bop! Well, Ripperoni. Of course, now all my experience is all divided up, so that's like, take that as you will, but... a pretty sound victory for us. Dez. Who the fuck names their kid Dez?
You don't want to name my kid
What?
Cthulhu Allspark.
I can respect that. I was thinking either,
Funny story about, like, that name, actually. Like, it was a story where, basically this couple wanted, like, they wanted to figure out a name for the kid, so they had the genius idea of letting the internet decide. They had a poll, like, what should our name of our kids be? And they let the internet decide that. And thus the internet decided that the name of the child should be Cthulhu Allspark. And I fully support that name.
I can get behind that. Yeah, me and Sam have been thinking, like, we should name our kid either, Morgan or, like, Kana? Because those are the names of the, child units in Fire Emblem. Yeah, I like the names, Morgan, Taylor, and Kelly, because those are all gender-neutral names.
Like,
That's
in
what
all
I was-
seriousness,
yeah.
in all seriousness, myself, like, the one name I legitimately child, if I ever have one, like, or adopted, or, like, that's kind of fucked up. Like, just saying, like, oh, I just adopted a kid, I kind of have a new name for them, or...
Yeah. Unless it was
Okay,
a
so,
baby.
but yeah, for, like, my first kid, like, whether or not boy or girl, I want to name is Voltaire.
Yeah, he actually named, when he played Dark Souls 1 on my PS3, he named his character Voltaire. Interesting little fact there.
Oh, yeah. And mostly I get the name from, I think from two things, actually, but mostly because it was back during, like, back in my high school days, I was huge into, like, philosophy and stuff like that. I ran into learning about, like, the French philosopher Voltaire and everything.
I was thinking about the singer.
The dude who makes the music,
Well, I know him mostly from the show Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
So in all honesty, in my opinion, like it's something more like a French name for boys, but honestly, like I honestly consider it a gender neutral name or,
Yeah,
something like that.
it sounds feminine enough to be a female's name if one were to bestow it as such. Like, I wouldn't be against it at all.
In all honesty, it's just a strong name in general.
Yeah, it does sound very like powerful. It has energy to it. Yeah.
Yep. And then if I can have another kid, I'm gonna like name the next kid Todd. Like the German word Todd. Like
the song "Komm Susser Todd" from Evangelion.
No, because it was like I want to name one of my kids Death, but I can't. I don't think I can legally do that, so I'll just name him Todd, because in German that means death.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the song in if you translate it to English, it's "Come Sweet Death."
Yep.
We're just making our way up to the top of the tower here. Probably gonna lose vocalist yet.
Yep.
That's the glass cannon effect for you.
Yep.
So we'll send in Burton right here.
Freaking much choked a bit shout.
Yeah, that he did.
Like of all the things you could have possibly named your muscle Pokemon, naming them choke in one of the names is like, I don't know, like it's not exactly dark or offensive or inappropriate, but still it's just like that's a little that's like I was saying like Machop or like
Machamp.
Yeah, exactly like that, but Machoke, that's a like that's a little like aggressive there.
Where does Machoke get its belt from is the question.
Dude, from all the fights he's won, obviously.
I mean, is he just born with it? Maybe he's born with it.
I wasn't gonna do the pun.
I just kind of slid into that one, yeah.
Yep.
So let's see. I want to see if it's in this game or not. Does Sharpedo have like the really sad Pokédex entry in this game? I wonder. Let's see. Oh, no it doesn't. Okay, yeah, so in some games, like Sharpedo's Pokédex entry reflects like what happens to sharks in real life, where they just like they get hunted for their fins and then just like thrown back in the water to die. It's actually kind of fucked. Like that happens to sharks. Like people just hunt sharks for their fins.
Like they won't even dissect them or use the meat for anything?
No, they just throw them back in the ocean and let them bleed out and die.
I'm more disgusted at the complete lack of, like, using the other... That's a waste of resources. Why the hell? You have an entire shark. For God's sakes, if you're gonna use the fin, fucking use everything in the shark. Use the teeth, use the bones, use the guts. For fuck's sake, you have a fucking shark. You use a fin? Dude!
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Like, sharks, because they're the most dangerous animals in the underworld, but let's be honest, like, they're not. They're given, like, the most shit treatment, but dude, they're fucking damn. Like I'm not even like offended like sharks are being hunted. Like I'm just because at that point it's like okay, everything's being hunted, including like extinct animals, because like people just want like resources stuff like that. So I understand where like.
But at least if you hunt the thing, use what you get. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Shark meat is perfectly edible. Why not at least make a fucking meal out of it instead of just
like the only I can think of, like, what reasonably speaking, like, it makes sense to hunt for the fin, but not use anything else about the animal is lionfish, because lionfish are fucking poisonous, and
Yeah.
and also there's a complete, like, overabundance of them. And also there are invasive species and everything, so it's like, well, if you gotta reduce the numbers, at least use something out of them, as opposed to, like, them, like, taking over the environment and poisoning everything. But yeah, something that's disturbing I found in Pokemon games. There's way more gravestones in these games than there are in the Souls game.
Yeah, and they're pretty packed together in the Souls games. Like in the first area of Dark Souls 1, after you get to the graveyard, it's all like clumped together. Yeah. I've already played Dark Souls for this channel, but I'm gonna play 2 pretty soon. Funny story, Genius and I here did recently play through Dark Souls 2 together, and he got pretty mad at certain parts of the game, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be huge, like, when I first played Dark Souls 2, I used to be rage at it, like, I used to be pissed at the Pursuer and everything. That was my breaking point at that point. And then, I think once I went back to Dark Souls 2 after a while, I started getting actually good at the game, and then, like, after that, I was a huge defender of Dark Souls 2. I was like one of those, people who, like, try to defend, like, certain points about Dark Souls 2, and, like, I would rag on Dark Souls 1, because I'll be perfectly honest. I have Dark Souls 1 higher in my personal point of view. Like, I consider it higher than even like in terms of, like, how much I like the Souls game. Like, obviously the top is Demon Souls, and then think Dark Souls 2, and I think Dark Souls 1. So it's like right up there. But Dark Souls 1, like, my major complaint about the game, which to this day I still have, is that it's unfinished. They never fucking finished it. There are people saying, like, oh yeah, they did finish it. Okay, fine then. The place where you fight Seath, okay? Where are the walkways? Where are the textures for that? Because fuck you saying, like,
the point of that part was supposed to be that it was, like, invisible. Like, that was the lore, I guess, was that it was, like, it was that way on purpose, but...
Yeah, I call bullshit on that, to be perfectly honest. And then
you could say other things like, why do some of the trees look like these weird flat textures instead of, like, full on...
And then there was the filler enemies in the city of Izalith and Rosal.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've played Dark Souls for the channel already, so you know me, like, you heard me rant about this before, but yeah, why the fuck do you have all these instances of, like, shit that's just filler? Like, why would you even have stuff like that if you're just gonna... I fucking hate the stone demons, man. It's not good. They're not even hard. They look like dollar store Halloween decorations. Why would you put that in the game?
And probably the biggest insult in Dark Souls 3, they bring them back again.
They bring the whole aesthetic of Demon Ruins back, including the fucking stone demons. Like, why would you do that? Who in the fucking... Even the people that were, like, Gen 1ers, people that are, like, super into Dark Souls 1, why the fuck would you ask for that back? Like, where was... Show me where the demand for this was, because I certainly wasn't seeing it anywhere. Like, I'm gonna play Dark Souls 3 for this channel eventually after I beat 2, so... When y'all who fucking love Dark Souls 1 so much and think it's like the pinnacle of gaming and shit, tell me who the fuck was clamoring for the return of the stone demons and the whole entire aesthetic of Demon Ruins. But no, let's take Demon Ruins and turn it into a fucking maze. Instead of just having I would rather have a straight copy-paste of Demon Ruins. But no, have it be a literal maze you can't find your way fucking out of because all the corridors look the same. Bring back the demon, the stone demons. Like, I'm sorry, I do like, I know this guy here fucking hated Dark Souls 3. I liked it, like, for what it was. But if you're gonna sit here and tell me that, like, 3 was so good, and 3 was so much better than 2, I fucking hate Oddish, dude. Oddish fucking ruined my life. If you're gonna tell me that 3 was so much better than 2, and sit here and defend what, like... Okay, because I don't mind some of the callbacks they had to 1. Like, I get it. It's a sequel to a game. There's gonna be callbacks to the previous game. That's fine. But when you go out of the way to make it, like, essentially just fan service... Like, it's just fan service at this point. Like, okay, why the fuck does the Firekeeper at the end of the game, spoilers alert, why does she name drop Lordran? Fucking Lordran is supposed to be a name lost to time. Nobody is supposed to know what Lordran is, because so much time has passed that the name of the land has been lost to time. Why the fuck would you name drop it other than to have fan service for the people that love the first game so much? Who, like, that is literally shitting on top of your own lore that you had established. Why the fuck would you use Recover at full health, you dumbass Kadabra? Oh my god.
I legitimately have no idea if you're being serious or if they're just joking, man.
I'm serious, dude. I'm not even trying to, like, I know my voice is going a little bit country here, but I'm not trying to be Wings of Redemption right now. I'm literally saying...
Well, it's kind of hard to tell, man, because you've been, like, quoting Wings of Redemption so much.
I have. That's not... You're not lying. You're definitely not lying. I have been doing that. Shit, though. What do I use against a Lunatone? Give me a fucking suggestion here, because I don't have any Giga Drains left.
Okay, it's a rock type, right?
It's rock and psychic, but it has levitate, so I can't use Sand Slash on it. I can't use Big the Cat on it. I could maybe use Plain Bro. What?
Can you use fighting moves on it?
It would be like neutral effective, because he's psychic type too.
Alright. Oh wait, so like fighting's not good against psychic?
Yeah. I guess I'll use Vocalist, because he has water, which is good against rock. As a matter of fact, let's see, yeah, I'll just use Surf, because, like, you know what, both of his types are good against Lunatone's types, so, like, there was no chance of me losing there if I used Vocalist, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, that was really stupid of From Software to put in a name drop of Lordran, because it's supposed to be lost to time. No one is supposed to know the name of that fucking land that wasn't living in there. I mean, I guess, I don't know, you make the argument that maybe somehow the Firekeeper was alive during those times, but that's even that is a stretch. So don't even try to tell me that.
I gotta say, man, for all my rage, for all the stuff I've been shouting over the years about Dark Souls, I think this is the first time I've heard you, like, rage about something on Dark Souls.
And I like the game. Dark Souls 3 is I had fun playing it. I think it's a solid game for what it is. I just wish... Okay, so Dark Souls 3 had a lot of potential to have, like, unique content to it. By the way, here's New Mobile. We're gonna do New Mobile because I don't feel like fighting the gym right now. I'm gonna have my boy Jack on that part, so we'll do it. We're gonna do New Mobile right now. Anyway, I had fun with it. I remember, like, this guy actually watched me play Dark Souls 3 for the first time at my house. He brought my PS4 over,
Actually, for the first time, for like both, like most of the time, like you were walking me through the first 2 Dark Souls games. I was like, for the first time, I was like walking you through the first part because I think I actually
Watched like a stream or something, yeah.
yeah, it's not like that, yeah.
Yeah, he did, that's true. Anyway. What the fuck? Is this thing faster than me? I'm gonna fuck this thing up. A tentacle?
Surprisingly, for being a tentacle monster, there's not actually a lot of Rule 34 about this particular Pokemon. Just a surprising fact I'd like to share with you all.
Dude, Tentacool is fucking terrible. The people that like Tentacool are the people that fuck their own cousins. I'm just saying.
Feel bad for Tentacool now, because honestly, like, so many more Pokemon get Rule 34, but Tentacool, the fucking tentacle Pokemon, does not get jack shit. That is sad. Freaking Pikachu will get more porn than Tentacool. And Pikachu's a fucking mouse.
That he is.
Just a little, like, tidbit of knowledge from a fellow degenerate.
Yep. Is this the right way? Yeah. Oh yeah, this music used to freak me out. This is pretty good music, but it kind of freaked me out as a kid back. This is the same music we just heard a second ago, but... Anyway, since I'm just doing this pointless, well not pointless, but this essentially this filler segment...
Welcome to P1's Piranha's Let's Play of Pokemon, where rants are abound and we don't. But goddamn, do we play it?
We just make up the rules, basically. Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, Dark Souls 3 again, a perfectly fine game. It just has like, it has a lot of like unneeded, like shoehorned in references to the first game that like don't make any sense as to why they would be in the game in the first place. Like, I'm just gonna repeat all this shit in my Dark Souls 3 playthrough, but like, I'm not saying, like, some people say that it decanonizes Dark Souls 2, which I wouldn't go so far as to say that, but like, some of the things it adds into the lore are really, like, okay, why the fuck is the Demon Ruins even still around at this point? Like what does that even add to the game, other than just saying that this thing exists? By the way, these are Voltorbs. They're not items, they're Voltorbs. What does that even add to the game? What?
I was going to say the Pokemon scene first unoriginal Pokemon. Man, we need a new Pokemon. You know, we got Pokeballs. We just make that a Pokemon.
Yeah?
Just add a face to it.
Yeah, in the power plant in Generation 1, these guys were like, pretty much what they are right now, just like fake items. They were the mimics of Pokemon, basically. But yeah.
As for like the statement of like the Dark Souls 3 decanonizes Dark Souls 2, to be perfectly honest, I kind of like, not like being like decanonized, but like, I honestly like the fact that Dark Souls 2 is its own thing as opposed to like being like a direct sequel to something, because like, it expands more on the world and the lore in general as opposed to like, oh, because one of the things I kind of like about Dark Souls 1 about the story is like, you are the chosen one who must save the land or destroy it or some bullshit like that, and like, that only really made sense in Demon Souls, to be perfectly honest, because I could go on about the story about Demon Souls and everything, but Dark Souls 1, when I'm like, oh, you are the chosen one, like, are we seriously going with the chosen one plot thing again? Like, because originally it was just like, you were just this random undead and caught in this middle of this, like, long-standing, like, kind of the conflict, essentially, and, like, you were sort of, like, taking the throne and, going through the process and everything like that. Then all of a sudden I was like, oh, nope, it's all part of the prophecy. So, it's kind of cool, like, where Dark Souls 1 is like, oh, nope, that's the entire world, you just explored it, and that's all that matters, just this one kingdom. Dark Souls 2 is like, okay, there's other places now with other kingdoms, and there's actually, like, things going on in the world. So, like, with Dark Souls 3, like, I'm not mentioning Dark Souls 2, like, it sucks, I know, I understand that, but you know what, it's kind of cool. It's like, okay, there's Dark Souls 1 in its own land, there's Dark Souls 2 in its own, like, world and everything, here's Dark Souls 3 in its own place, so it's kind of cool, like, it's, like, the same universe, but it's all, like, different, like, lands and connected, like, storyline stuff like that, so I kind of really appreciate that for what it was.
You know what? Fuck the Thunderstone. What are we ever gonna use the damn Thunderstone for? Let's get the fuck out of here, Sabrina. Anyways, yeah, no, like pretty much what he's saying is what I was trying to say, like, because all the games have like some kind of connection. There's obviously some kind of like there's references to the lore. There's all that stuff. That's fine. Like, I wouldn't want the series to be so unrelated that it could just be its own, like, just like 2-3 different games with no relation at all. Like, that's fine, but I feel like the references that 2 had to 1 were like the best way to go about it, because you had like this idea where by the time you got to Dark Souls 2, everything was already dead. Like, the whole kingdoms had already collapsed. It actually makes, like, kind of a nice little triad, if you will, because, like, Dark Souls 1 is a kingdom on the verge of collapse. Dark Souls 2 is a kingdom that has collapsed. Dark Souls 3 is a kingdom that is on the verge of rebirth. So it kinda complements itself. If you play all 3 games, it kinda like works together. But I just don't like how, again, how 3 had to have like so many references to the first game. That it was like, again, it felt like a lot of fan service compared to like,
especially towards, like, Berserk references, because
yeah,
I understand, like,
too.
with earlier games, there was always Berserk references, I perfectly get that, but 3 just took it, like, the new Berserk anime just came out, and after just watching that, then going to the Dark Souls 3, I was just like, what's with all the Berserk stuff? Because in the original games, like, there was always, like, a weapon or an enemy, but, like, it was always, like, paced between each other, so it was like, it was enough to, like, it was supposed to be enough to be a reference, but it also, like, to be its own, like, enemy or item, or, like, someplace within its own world, so it's not, like, so jarring out of place. But then 3 comes along, it's like, all of a sudden, there's huge chunks of, like, Berserk taken. I was like, what does this have to do with anything, really? Because it just took me out of, like, this isn't really playing Dark Souls world, we're just all of a sudden in Berserk's world now.
so like what, I think I asked like something similar to this back in my Dark Souls 1 LP, but like what was your, like what was the break, I guess you could say, what was the breaking point for you in the Dark Souls 1, no, not 1, when you played 3, what was like the point where you just like, this fucking hated this game? Like, cause I know you like, that was your least favorite of the whole series. Like, what was the point where you like hated the game, basically?
So, like, trying to remember, because in the base game, it's kind of hard to remember, I think, but I think it was, I don't know, it was just kind of hard to remember the specific moment, but I think it was like building up to, like, the eventual, like, breakdown where it's like, I just don't care for this game anymore, but I think it was, like, sometime around, where you, I think it was the 2 princes,
Oh, yeah?
Before that, or sometime after that, I think. But the one moment I remember specifically where I just like outright stopped playing, like, oh no, I don't give a fuck anymore. The only time I picked it up back again was just to see if I could do like a challenge run, because I kind of felt like at the time. But the one moment where I remember specifically, like in the last DLC, where I just like dropped, like, okay, no, fuck this is over, is the like you know, it's just like it was the boss like that tried to be like the yellow monk.
Old monk, yeah.
Yep. I mean, here's the thing, like, the boss itself would be so bad if they didn't have that fucking, like, what was it, Glass Knight? Or not Glass Knight, but,
The Painting Guardian.
Yeah. they have okay. Here's the thing. In Dark Souls 1, those fucking guys like they can fuck you up. Thing is though, like they're also glass cannons themselves, so they can fuck you up, but they can also take damage themselves. All of a sudden, these fucking painting guardians, there's like one painting guardian, can all of a sudden in this one boss fight is summoned as like a summon to like help aside the main boss, and he will fuck you up. He has ridiculous amount of health and bullshit damage. They should have no right reason to be doing so. Oh man, this whole Pokemon like Let's Play just turned grim dark.
Well, I mean, last time I talked about how like these two guys, I didn't want to be their friends anymore, so like it's not quite as bad as that. I mean, like, which I still stand by, but still the fact that like I'm not as like mean as I was, but yeah. Point being. Yeah.
This is getting too depressing for Spooktober, man. Let's talk
we need some more of the edge.
Speaking of like, I guess you wouldn't consider this edge or not, but sometime, I think tomorrow or sometime in the future, I'm gonna go see the Joker film, which, according to the news, that means I'm gonna get shut up in the theaters if I'm gonna go watch it. So, wish me luck, Nathan.
Yeah, he's actually gonna get shot when he goes see the movie. So, like, unfortunately, this is the last part with Genius at Work, so we're gonna say a fond farewell to him. We just got like a little email, a little text actually. We got a text from the King. You know who that is? But, like, the King is saying that this guy that he's gonna die. So, unfortunately, unless he goes and sleeps with my girlfriend, he's gonna actually die the next part, so...
Oh, dude. For those of you who have no idea, dude, if you haven't seen King's Game, there is the most awkward ass, like, it tries to be the most dramatic and, like, this weird, emotional scene, like, but it's the weirdest, most awkward Neo-tier bullshit we have ever seen. There's no possible, because here's the thing, we could try to explain it, but there's no possible way of, like, just describing...
You have to watch it.
But for those of you who do not want to watch some edgy anime, I don't blame you, like, you might not enjoy it, but just let you know. Basically, the main character, his best friend, and his girlfriend, his best friend is about to die, and the only way to save himself is to sleep with this girlfriend. Now, this best friend, this main character guy, he just, like, risks his, like reputation. We fucking fought hard to try to save his best friend who was about to die, like, the same day. Then all of a sudden, so like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna die because he has sex. So he forces his girlfriend and his best friend to have sex with each other. They do that, and then the girlfriend and the main character hug each other like, this is so terrible, I love you, promise me you'll always stay alive forever. It's portrayed as so awkward, it's so emotional and so moving, but it's so awkward, cause I don't want to go there, man, because it's like, it's awkward. We're fucking going this, like, fuck it. How would you react if the only way for me to survive was me to have sex with your girlfriend? How would you react, man? I don't know.
You know, I'm so taken aback by that I'm gonna end the part for right now, because I don't want to answer that, and we're done with the trick house. So... in order to get out of this question, I'm gonna end the part. This has been Let's Play Pokemon Sapphire with almost
I'm going to die.
Oh, you're gonna fucking die. You're gonna die because you watched the Joker movie. Unfortunately. Oh my god, what has this even turned into at this point?
Please, Potion Master, I must have your potions. I'm going to battle, and I need your strongest potion.
My potions will kill you. Oh my god. I got the super potions, folks, and the hyper potions, but we're gonna use those next time.
Remember, everyone, subscribe to P1 Piranha. You have no idea where the players will take you. You have no idea where they're going.
No. This is like the Let's Play roulette. You just watch the video and wonder what the fuck even happens. So, yeah, this has been Love Game and Genius at work here, and we're signing off for tonight.
I don't even get my own sign off. You're just signing me off.
You know what? What is your sign off? You can tell me what do you want to say to sign off to this part.
I'm the genius at work.
Well, there you go. Spoken by the man himself. Next time we'll probably take on what is it, 6? Yeah, the 6th gym leader, Winona. We'll probably have Big in that part, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Thanks everyone for joining me, and stay along the ride for the madness. But until then, everyone have a very safe night. Farewell.